What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 7 of my Total War Warhammer 3 Sea Lord Aislinn Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, on the back of restoring Mathlann in full, we have acquired the Mask of the Sea Lord, Merlord rather, defeating Lokir Velhart in Aislinn's quest battle. We are now having to go to the Drowned territories and punish them for sacking the Shrine of Cain, and also because we have to revive Nagarythe, which has to be revived here at the Monoliths, so we gotta go up there. Anyway, may as well deliver some punishment to the undead. In terms of what we got to do this turn, I think it's more or less a brand new turn, so let's get going. So, Sea Lord Aislinn, actually there's two things I'd like you to do. First of all, we are going to take the Lore Master here, who has served his time on Aislinn's ship, and will now move out to join the White Lion army. We could also put him in a Swords Master army, but, you know, he does the same buffs for White Lions, so we could pop him in there instead, like so. Aislinn will... actually, since we have space, you can move an expansion stance. We will then move a phasal nearby, at least for now. Like so, and the two will travel together. You will leech XP and then slowly but surely build up your army. Aislinn will go into expansion and then take the time to recruit himself his first sea elemental. I might keep it to 1, I might delete another unit and put it to 2, we shall see, depending on how we do. Next, Rinda, who, as somebody pointed out, was not the lord that I wanted, being a chariot and eagle claw lord, but that's okay. What we will do then instead is reset you, like so. And I assume that it's here, right? No, it's here. Glorious charge for Thilmar chariots. Upkeep reduction, flaming tax for Tyrannok chariots. I'm not so sure that I care that much about Tyrannok chariots, although they're the ones with range firepower, right? The Thilmar chariots are charging chariots. Anyway, we can build them either here or in another place, because we can't build them on a dragon ship. So we can build up this, the Wind Rider Eyrie, and get the Tyrannok chariots up and running, not the Lion chariots, so we can put that with the White Lion army instead, and then use the Thilmar chariots and a few of the Tyrannok chariots as well. Maybe a couple Phoenixes or some kind of other fire damage dealing thing. And that might mean we would want a Fire Mage with this army. Alright, well, let's see what else we've got to do. So Armandus, oh right, that's you. You need to keep recruiting, buddy. We don't need really piles of Sea Guard without shields in your army, so we're going to start slowly but surely deleting them. Let's get a couple more Silverin Guard, that's obviously going to be in this army, and then we'll get a couple Shadow Warriors next turn. Do we have any recruitment cost reductions? Your recruitment is rather cheap right now, shockingly cheap in fact, and I'm wondering, it has nothing to do with materials at sea. Alright, well, I guess you're fine as you are then, just keep on recruiting. Frankly, we could probably use bonded service to make them even cheaper, but I don't think that's necessary here. Anyway, yeah, you're gonna want some Shadow Warriors and some Sisters of Avalor and some Silverin Guard, basically a mix of stuff that you get cheaper, and you may as well take advantage of it. I'm actually tempted to go all the way through to Quartermaster to make this army even cheaper, but anyway, we will see how his points go. I'm also tempted to actually get rid of this particular noble here. You have divisive, and we have a limited number of nobles, so you know what? We'll get rid of you for now. We'll get a better noble for this army replaced. But here, what we can do is this. We'll go into... Okay, no, here. We'll go into nobles, and we'll grab this honed one, which buffs Ship's Company, Spearmen, Silverin Guard, Rangers, Archers, and Lothern Sea Guard, eh? Oh, it buffs Silverin Guard as well. Actually, this would be basically a noble we want in almost every army. Huh. Can we build nobles here? No. How long would it take to build up the thing that lets us build them? 2 turns, 3. Would it be... I think it would be faster to just travel through the sea line. Alright. Let's recruit the new noble for 40 influence with honed. And we'll see if we can't get a few more of those over the course of the campaign. Then Scanned Salendor, rather the Patient. You're going to go right by the Skull Island. And then land right here. You'll pick it up next turn, but you can spend this turn healing up. I guess we could merge these and then I mean, yeah, fine. You can still recruit one. It's cheaper to just have one at full HP. So do this, one disappears, and then we'll get one back. At exactly the same rank as well. It's pretty amusing. Anyway, we will save the dragon ship supplies because next turn you'll be able to get your dragon ship up to tier 2, and we will maybe unlock a new dragon ship soon as well. Now I believe we're ready to end the turn. We don't need this or this at the current time. Let us, I'm pretty sure did the building last episode, so we can freely end the turn. Maybe we'll pick up a few islands with Aislinn on the way to revive Mr. Nagarythe there. And, okay, I wonder if you guys can take us, you know what, maybe we can tell them to occupy it. I wonder if this would make a decent colony or whether it has to, you know what, I'm just gonna leave them alone. You know the Asur don't make offers likely military alliance. Yeah, sure, I guess we're doing military alliances with all of them now. Again, I don't think we should confederate until we unlock their final buffs, because I'm pretty sure those are faction-wide buffs for their unit types, and I don't know whether after confederating we still get those. Especially since some of their unique unit buffs are quite nice. Alrighty, Ironclaw Orcs and Crooked Moon confederate a new regional power of Orcs. Ooh, that'll make it a little bit tougher to take Gronti Mingol, which is a former elven colony. Precise Fletching on the way, more buffs for various archer-type units. Consult leaders available, yes. Okay, so we will consult them again via the Ulthuan's leaders, and we would like to, I guess, consult Ilariel. We want another Horn of Isha, I think. Want several of these, and the Talisman of Preservations are always nice as well. Alright, so consult leaders. Ilariel will take the Horn of Isha and the Talisman of Preservation once again. Lovely and lovely. Alright, wound failure. Oh, you're trying to wound our tech thief. That's a bit unfortunate, but expected. I expect that you'll eventually succeed because, yeah, and you're a higher level than us too. Maybe if we run away, move away further. Possible, maybe. Alright, keep on stealing tech while you can, though. Can always get another mage up and running if necessary. Anyway, Aislinn, pick up a few islands real quick. This shipwreck right here, and then we'll grab the Sea Corpse, and then we'll... Oh, there's another island here. Alright, explore this island, auto-resolve this island, take the influence per turn, because we still need a bunch. And there's no army here, so it's not like we're in a super hurry. Another materials at sea. Wow, this is the campaign where we get materials at sea constantly. The campaign where we have effectively no empire, no structures. Okay. All right, do you want to heal up or just get the influence? I figure he'll heal up as he moves to the next island anyway, so it hardly matters. And a little bit more money, a little bit more XP, I guess. Do we need to recruit anything? I think we don't. I think we want to go into expansion and then use it to build some stuff up. Oh, these guys are heal. Okay, why do you heal so terribly poorly? I don't understand. Huh, wait, just out of curiosity. Would we heal better and share Wait, you're telling me the guy on the dragon ship heals worse than the guy... Okay, that makes no sense, game. Yeah, so you're in the sort of circle of this, and that's allowing you to heal better than Aislinn's own ship? Yeah, it is. What the heck? Who designed this? Oh, that's so stupid. Okay, well, it is what it is. Anyway, I'm not moving the rest of them. Well, actually, are these guys damaged? A little bit damaged. Could heal them up more. Alright, take these guys as well. Alright, good. And they'll heal to full here, even if they won't heal to full in Aislinn's army. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Anyway, Aislinn, do you need to recruit anything for these guys? I don't think so. We do have the White Lions, potentially, but I think we're okay. I'd love to recruit some Sisters of Avalorn, but they take 2 turns, and right now is not the time. What we do want to do, however, is probably build either the Specialist Training Hall, or... wait... This will allow us for, yeah, you know what, let's get the bolt thrower array. I do want the additional Lothern Sky Cutters because they'll go into the Seagull-centric army. Of course, we'll want Silver and Guard as well, but that'll be a bit. Anyway, speaking of, you will now upgrade, well, actually, no, you won't now. Let's move everybody, let's have you fight, and then you can upgrade. You, Armandus, are going to grab a couple of Shadow Warriors, like so. And, I wonder, are we able to recruit the Shadow Walker? Well, I guess Nagarythe is dead, so it wouldn't matter even if we could. So we will ignore it. Who is Valen? Oh, right, the Lore Master. Okay, so you're heading southward to buff up those White Lions. You, new guy, are gonna head back to Armandus through the Southlands fast travel. Granted, we could buff you up, but we'll just keep an eye on additional nobles as soon as we get capacity. Oh, and of course we immediately get another honed one, which is great. But we need to actually get that capacity, and I don't remember what gives us nobles capacity, which we will see in a bit. Alright, building, and moving, slash fighting. Alright, so building first, real quick. Southern Ivarsa, yes, Mathlann. So here we would like to build this thing up, mostly for the chariots. We'll eventually delete it, but for now we will make use of it. Then, an Asur domination reward is required to upgrade this building, really? I mean, sure. We'll unlock you. Oh, this gives us noble capacity? Nope, yes it does, okay. Do we want to get that right now, though, or the money generator? Now that's a question. I mean, assuming that these will be deleted, maybe we can forego the money generator for a bit. I do want another noble, and this maxes out control here as well. Alright, fine. Let's do it. It feels like we need those things everywhere. Then Torment, let's upgrade the colony harbor here, max out the sculptor's workshop to try to make things cheaper to be built here. You could, in theory, go for the silversmith's hall and make money for us. Though, can this place survive without defenses? I'm just gonna hope that it can, at least for now. It's a little bit concerning, but, you know. We have a lot of forces nearby. Funnily enough, you could get another noble as well by getting another noble consulate. Ah, damn it, just get another noble consulate. What can you do? At least it gives us a massive amount of control, which effectively maximizes it here, so it's fine. We could do another tech thief, but I think we'll forgo it for now. The outposts are looking pretty good. Alright, we're done with those outposts, meaning we can fight for that Skull Island now. So, Salandor the Patient, let's get your mage something. I'm gonna say Curse of the Midnight Wind and Wind Blast here. Yeah, alrighty, then we will pop on into the Skull Island, see what we can do, and how many of our ship's companies die fighting. Raid the Cove, Pyrrhic Victory, yeah, that Rotting Leviathan is gonna be a big problem. The Depth Guard will mince those poor ship's companies. Go.
I shall always guide and hearten you, defenders of Ulthuan, to battle!
Alrighty, here we go. Salandor the Patient needs be patient no longer as we begin his fights. I feel like maybe we should keep some of the Sea Helms on foot as well. I think they got some pretty nice models. I like the trident and shield thing that they've got going. The helmets are kind of silly, but the the High Elven helmets always are. And besides, yeah, you still gotta love a good unnecessarily large hat. Anyway, we've got a bunch of depth guard against us, and they're going to be a fairly big concern, so we're going to try to lay down as withering amount of fire from our Sea Guard as possible to severely damage them before they lay in to those fragile ship's companies. Still fragile for now, and, you know, 40, 45, 50, they're getting better. With every little bit of tech, they get stronger. We charge the Reorganization Pride through the enemy lines so that we make our way towards the zombie-powered gunnery mobs, and then immediately use the Curse of the Midnight Wind to debuff the enemy depth guard. That should keep them on par with the ship's company in terms of fighting. The ship's companies will still take half of their HP and damage on the charge, but half HP is, you know, still alive, and they should be pretty happy about that. Otherwise, we have distracted the enemy Rotting Leviathan with one unit of ship's companies, and another is moving towards the enemy mortars and cannons, which have been firing away at us this entire time. I perhaps should have sent the Reorganization Pride war lines at them, but ultimately decided that it was a better use of them to tie up both units of zombie pirate gunnery mobs while we dealt with the enemy depth guard with our range units, simply because the Lothern Sea Guard would otherwise be firing away at the enemy hand cannons. Now, though, as the first of the depth guard are destroyed and the stragglers get cut down by the Pure Main Company, who are now moving into the fight the next one, we send the extra units of ship's company to cut down these zombies with hand cannons. There we go, Pure Main Company making their way back forward to apply those armor-piercing axes, or is it armor-sundering axes? They have armor-sundering and SFO, but I don't remember if it's all white lines or just the Pure Main Company that do in vanilla. But anyway, they rapidly obliterate the remnants of that depth guard unit, the last, I believe, depth guard unit? Okay, there's about to be one more, but it'll get cut down in similar fashion. The Rahagra's Pride War Lions have closed the distance with the enemy artillery crew, and of course the fragility of the artillery crews of the Vampire Coast. Even more fragile than other artillery crews sees them melt away in very short order. All of our Lothern Sea Guard turn to fire upon that rotting Leviathan, which is now down to 30%. And it looks like the battle for the Skull Island is very nearly ours. Alright, I don't remember how effective white lines are in vanilla as compared to SFO, so I'm excited to see what heights we can take them to with this particular army. Anyway, there we go. With that, the last of the enemy units melt away and only the enemy lord remains. All the Sea Guard turn to fire upon said admiral, and with that, the admiral disintegrates and the battle is ours. I do like the final shots of them firing back even as they're cut down. Lovely. Alrighty, there we go. Looks like the ship's company survived a little bit better than perhaps expected. Good for them. Again, they will be significantly more powered up in the late game. I'm actually very interested to see what kind of heights we can take them to with Aislinn, generally speaking. As in, well, not his army so much as his entire faction. Anyway. Now, we could heal up, but we're kind of stuckish here anyway, so maybe we just ransom the captives and rebuild some of the sea company anyway. As we've been doing, it effectively costs nothing to do so anyway. Biting Blade, a Great Eagle for Salendor, and there's that 20k. There's no real reason to go back to the Tower of the Sun because there's no recruiting that can be done here of significance unless we wanted to build a Moondragon. Do we want a Moondragon for this army? White Lions and randomly a Moondragon? I don't know if it works with the... Okay, let's get that Renowned Admiral and the Militia Master. I don't know if it quite works with the Moondragon as part of the concept. Actually, the Moondragon might be nice for this army. We could bring this army a couple of Moondragons. Because we'll have plenty of damage here thanks to the White Lions and War Lions and Chariots and whatnot. Yeah, alright, let's send you the Tower of the Sun then. In fact, you can, in the meantime, merge and then rebuild. Why the heck not? Alrighty, like so. These guys are mostly only temporary in this army. Well, actually, if we build 2 Moondragons for that army, we'll effectively have the entire army anyway, so we don't really need more than 1 extra of these. Alright, let's do that, and then we will upgrade you to level 2. Beautiful. There goes all of our dragon ship supplies. Definitely gonna need more. I believe that's all we gotta do. We did the building, so we're free to end the turn. And when is... 1 turn. Okay, next turn. We gotta pick up another one of those lovely items for ourselves. Oh, I guess we can use the dedication as well. I forgot. I think we gotta go to colony dedication now, unless I'm mistaken. You gotta double check. Silostra, don't tell me you want peace now after all that. Yeah, that's not happening. For peace. Okay. Alrighty, now the question is, do we attack her immediately or do we revive those guys first? What is this? Rapturous Excess will attack the Order of Lore Masters. Ooh, the White Lion Army might actually have to stay here if these guys start sailing on over. Alright, enter war on side of Ella. It's not like we can trust Teclis to be competent. Thunderguts, Exiles of Khorne destroyed. Wow, Aslan don't care though. Right expires, Invocation of Vol, that's what we want. Invoke Vol, if you would, please. Oh, they have a White Lion recruitment cost reduction for 10 turns. Well, isn't that lovely? Or perform right. Alright, and ooh, we got a Chest of Sustenance. That's a 10% upkeep reduction for an army, which is nice. Winged Boots gives us 8 melee defense, Strider, and miss resistance for armor. It's not bad, but it's not as good as, for example, the... Oh! Diamond Guardian Phoenix gives us a ward save aura. That's nice, too. Armor plus 6 for an entire army. That's nice, too. Damn, there's some good stuff in here. Obviously, 6 armor isn't anything crazy, but also a free Gehenna's Golden pounds and a 10% wins a magic cost reduction for lore of metal. Man, there's just definitely a lot of good stuff in here. Very tempted by the Diamond Guardian Phoenix, I gotta say. I don't really care about the... And there's armor. One of the... I mean, like the ship's company... You know what? We could power them up with giving them more armor and giving them a lore of metal guy, too. Might be a decent way to do it. Although at the same time, if we use the ship's company with swords masters, the lore masters would be giving them Wiston's wild form and stuff, so it isn't as crazy. This is a tiny area, that's the only thing, though it would admittedly work for Aislinn's army in particular, because he likes to blob up his 6 units of a Sea Guard. You know, I'm gonna say Diamond Guardian Phoenix this time. It's not a lot, but I feel like Aislinn should have the best, and everybody else should take second fiddle, as it were. Anyway, Elarian, you're moving out here. I don't think you can take the Twisted Glade, although it's possible. We'd take it ourselves, but I'd like to give it to Nagarythe instead of you. Anyway, Aislinn, real quick, I'd like you to take back your stuff, namely these guys and these guys. Huh? Oh, not the... Yeah, I forgot that we moved you out of that army. You're gonna go here to the Sea Corps. Fizzle, you're gonna keep following until you have your own army. And loot the carcass, and auto-resolve us, and give this back to these guys, this auto-resolve. And maybe this time we'll heal to full. I like that, it's just faster than bothering to wait to heal up, which takes 8 million years. Alright, treasury good, and then you two will, I guess, march stance together? Oh, you could actually upgrade the Skycutter landing. You know what, maybe we'll do that. As long as you're close enough to each other, like so. Move a little bit further, good, and let's build that Skycutter landing, because Faisal's gonna need the Skycutters, among other things. You. I like that. And I guess we'll need to make it go all the way up to tier 4 as well. Anything we want to recruit here, just out of curiosity? I mean, we could fill this army up with just garbage ships companies so that it can function on its own until we get the other stuff in here. And, or Lothern Sea Guard as well, we could use them in place of the Silverin Guard, at least for now, or these guys. How quickly could we get Silverin Guard up and running? Oh, we just need to upgrade this, we just need 180 dragon ship supplies. Admittedly, the dragon ship supplies are a hot commodity, and they're kind of difficult to get right now, but it is what it is. Anyway, I would like you to keep getting rid of the Unshielded Sea Guard. And yes, I know that we can upgrade them, but they were just temporary in here anyway. I would like one more, maybe Shielded Sea Guard, or do we want... maybe one more Shielded Sea Guard. Like so. And we want 4 Shadow Warriors. Do we need Sisters of Avalorn? I only want like 2 of them in this army, for example. I don't want to go crazy with it. Maybe reduce the Eagle Claws down to 3 as well. I'm just looking if we can build anything here in 1 turn. Alright, you know what? You know what? Let's do 2 Lothern Sea Guard with shields. We can replace them with Sisters of Avalorn once we have them, but obviously right now we do not. You can also build a Thilmar Chariots, but that's not for you, that's for the other army, which is going to come back up in... We'll get the dashing one eventually. You're going to be back up in 1 turn. Princes, just want to take a look at what we have here. I do like those resistant ones, and I think that's the type we'll use to command the Phoenix Guard. Or actually, maybe we would have a Archmage of Fire command the Phoenix Guard. Just spam Kindle Flame stuff. There's potential as well. Although these guys probably wouldn't... I mean, is there a good reason to use an Archmage over just using a regular mage as a hero? I don't remember whether the mages actually do any kind of significant buffs. What the heck is this? Are you gonna lose the Fortress of Dawn? You are, just got sacked. That's tremendously rude. Although, Teclis might reclaim it. Anyway, you, Noble, you're gonna go into this army, and Armandus will be ready to go shortly. No need for a mage as long as we keep hold of this Lore Master, although admittedly, Elusive is also not a great trait, and we have the influence to, if we should desire, replace you with a better one. Lore Masters... okay, well... hopefully we find a better one, because right now I don't see them being all that good. Alright, so Nobles... wait, what? Yeah, we have another one of these honed ones, which we're gonna take. And anything else interesting here, incidentally? The mages will hold off on for now, though I am a little bit tempted by another Tech Thief at this time. I could send one down here if we wanted to. And then that'll keep an eye on these guys as well. And what the heck? I wonder if that was given by Tzeentch. Because it's a little bit weird that I'm pretty sure I never saw Teclis Ceylon down there. You know what? Let's see. Do we have... What was it? Genius? Okay, I need to double check what the hero... Yeah, it's a genius. So hero action success chance plus 25%. That's what we want. Alrighty. Let's get that tech thief up and running then. Mage, genius. There we go. There's one right here. I'm gonna give additional a little bit of research rate as well. So tech thief. Like so, and specialist, and then get ready to sail on down. Lovely. Alright, building. Anything of significance here? We can upgrade the Shrine with the Widowmaker again, and I guess... I think we could get another Noble Consulate here, or we could actually get the Phoenix King's Treasury and generate money, but the first thing we need to do is get... You know what? Maybe we want one of these. 4 Lothern Sea Guard versus 3 Ships Company and a unit of archers. Why are your garrisons so awful? You know what's weird? What's very weird about this faction, other than the fact that the main army heals worse than the army near it? The weird thing about this faction is that the garrisons of our allies, thanks to the outposts, are significantly stronger than the garrisons we can build ourselves, because we can't build an outpost in our own territory. And does that make any sense that we can't garrison our own stuff as well as we can garrison ally stuff? It's a very weird design. I feel like you should automatically have an outpost in your own buildings, or there should be like a special building that, you know, gets the garrison there. It's weird. It's just weird. Anyway, this needs the colony category for, I guess, the Sea Guard lookouts. And we're gonna get that up and running because I don't want this place sacked again. So that's here. Sea Guard lookouts. That's this one. Hey, control +3 for all provinces. I'll take it. And besides, this increases our dragon ship supplies as well. And one more level and it'll add another dragon ship lord. I'll take it. Alright, now we can build you. And you gotta be kidding me. We gotta reach tier 4, so we could only have 3 Lothern Sea Guard, but it's better than nothing. It's not like we're expecting this place to be constantly attacked. Just... you know, if a single army comes on by, you should be able to hold them back. Anyway, I don't believe we have any of these, but we will start having them again soon as we recover Mr. Nagarythe. And Tech Thief. I was just talking about you guys. You're gonna keep on thieving. Just bounce back between these two, because it amuses me. And keep annoying Tzeentch. Hey, the Tzeentchans annoy us. It's only right that we annoy them to a significant degree. Rest of this is fine. I believe you could upgrade this if you wanted to. Let's increase noble capacity. Recruit rank for ship's company. Yes, it does increase noble capacity. Alright. So we should start moving through that eventually, but right now we have better things for our supplies, I guess. Alrighty, and also, wait, are you...
You have my attention.
A moment. So the other noble is on... Wait, the lore master is on the way. This does not buff white lions, so you would not get too much use out of this compared to the other guy. I guess it's time for you to move. We can recruit white lions here unless I'm mistaken. So we could stop on by to Mathlann, recruit the white lions that we need, and then move on. That's probably the way to do it. Alright, go into March... Oh, wait, no, don't go into March stance. You'll appear here and immediately get attacked by these guys. Actually, would you? I'm actually not sure that you would. Alright, we'll risk it. If you die, you die. Good luck. The loss of any dragon ship is a tragedy, but if it happens, it happens.
Your request.
Since the High Elves can't build them anymore. Alright, like so. And yeah, you're stuck in March stance, so let's level up the mage just in case. I'm gonna get a point in Uranons and... well, really all the lore spells are good. I was gonna get those moon dragons, but at the same time it might be better to just recruit moon dragons using one of these guys. In fact, we could recruit you with you and then send you out there anyway. Maybe that would be the better way to do it. Just double checking if there's anything really interesting. I do like those resistant ones, but I think it's better to get a resistance prince rather than a resistance sea helm for the for these guys. You know, we could try and check out an archmage. Just get a basic one and see what they do. Like, for example, you... Oh, 15 influence. I just want one of the archmages to check out their traits. We can use them as a sort of fairy. As a troop fairy. Let's do you. And let's see, what will you do? You have a bounce, spell, chain, lightning, spell work, spell resistance for army, ward save when fighting armies that spread corruption, and yeah, no significant buffs to the army. You can get dedicated to Asurian, but so can princes. So yeah, I'm thinking prince would be the better pick here. You're a prince, right? You guys can do the same dedication to Asurian, but at the same time you can get the Glittering Host. 10% physical resistance for infantry and 5 melee defense, and we could have a fire mage casting instead. That makes sense to me. Alright, you're gonna get a couple moon dragons. Yeah, they're expensive, but you know, it's about time we have some dragons in another army. May as well. And I believe that's it for this turn. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, wait. Aislinn. This is the supporting Mist Mage, who currently has the Sapphire Guardian Phoenix, but now that we have the Cathican Astrolabe, which does effectively the same thing, base missile damage plus 15, this doesn't increase base missile damage. It does increase spell resistance, but we don't necessarily have to have you having it. Anyway, we can put you in another army. Let's get you the Diamond Guardian Phoenix instead for the ward save. Especially since the melee resistance isn't helpful. Because this particular mage is pretty much never in melee. Alright, that's good. Skip, and turn. At least our dedication is rising significantly now, so... Huh, you are going to land here. Really? Now that we've cleared Ulthuan for you, now you're doing stuff? No, yeah, but you're not doing it very well. Alright, Huh. That's a question. Do we actually want to take Twisted Glade? Here's the problem. Okay, wait, let's just do this and then I'll talk about the problem. Campaign movement range for all armies, happy populace for all armies, a little bit of influence for money, and less influence for money. I'm gonna say max out the... max out the... public order everywhere. Greater Orthodoxy destroyed. Rinda, Princess, and... Oh, no. We're at war with you. Are you gonna go to Shrine of Cain? For the love of... Yeah, we definitely need a full stack around here. You know what? A Faisal, I was gonna have you leech here, but I think we're gonna need you to protect these places instead. No choice as yet. So you're gonna go here. You can't recruit, but you can probably, with the garrison... Well, actually, it's a terrible garrison. You might have to pop a few regiments of renown in your army. We've been saving them for their themed armies, but, you know... It is what it is. Anyway, Aislinn. We could go in and kill these guys, but then we'd have to give this territory to one of these guys. Though I suppose, I mean, Tyrion tried. Oh, he's still unable to... Yeah, the thing is, if we give it to Tyrion, he'll just sail up there, and then these guys will recover and kill them, unless, you know, unless and until we kill them ourselves. That's another option. We could do Avalorn. Although Avalorn might be a bit... Oh lord. Alright, you're gonna retake Mistnar. It basically has only our garrison because you have not built it up. Or this. It's been how many turns since we've given you these territories? Okay. I don't know, man. Anyway, I think we've no choice but to actually use Mist Landing and kill these guys, and then we'll recover the other stuff later. Yeah, go. Alright, decisive victory. The stuff is garbage, so we'll auto-resolve this. I guess we could sack the place and then give it to Nagarythe after. Maybe that's the better way to do it. Auto-resolve. And then we'll heal to full. I believe... Wait, we won't suffer attrition here, will we? That's a question. This is tier 4. We could take it to... Oh. Wait, what's the sack value here? 5.7k. Is it worth it? I feel like I'd rather have Nagarythe have it at tier 3 instead. So break the siege. We can always take it again. And then go into an camp stance, and then get ready to move past the Black Forests and into the Monoliths, and I assume that we'll be able to hold on to it? I guess we'll see. Alright, that was Aislinn. Armandus. You have your 2 Shadow Warriors. I'm gonna bump it up to 4. Like so. And get rid of one of the Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers as you've got your Noble on the way, and then 2 of the Sea Guard will be replaced by 2 Sisters of Avalorn. And that'll be the army. And we might want to replace some stuff with a couple of moon dragons, we'll see. Just so that they have some heavy hitters. Some additional heavy hitters. Did I... Okay, you. You're honed. I know which army you're going to, but that army doesn't exist yet, so it'll be a bit. The tech thief, however, we know exactly where we're going. And speaking of tech thieves, you can keep on thieving that tech. We're gonna need lots of it. Fortunately, this is vanilla, and unlike SFO, where I rarely hope to complete the entire tech tree before the end of the campaign, I do expect that we'll be able to complete it here. Anyway, Salandor. What do we have? Alright, so this guy's landed, but you could attack him in this landing. The question is, would you be able to defeat it? They've got Chosen, and you're still running around with garbage. You have no hammer, really. But it is tempting. Oh. We could give you... Well, wait, we don't have any chariots. I was hoping that we could give a chariots to transfer to these guys, but it looks like we can't. This landing. Maybe what we could do is give you the Regiment of Renown of Sisters of Avalorn, just to have this army hold on to them. I know that they would go to Alariel, but it's probably going to be a while before we confederate, since we want to max out all their capabilities. This will guarantee that we can at least snipe the enemy elites. So, like this, you can fight and gain that XP. They have Aislinn the Fallen. Well, that's going to be an issue, and the Chosen, but the enemy's pretty heavily damaged, so I think we'll be okay. Go.
For the Sea Guard! For Althwin! For all Asur!
Alright, would you stop dodging the camera, man? Come on, I just wanted to see what this guy would look like on the eagle with the trident and the shield, and I guess we'll see what the attacks look like, whether he actually uses his weapons, or it's all eagling time. Not that I don't appreciate some good eagling time, mind you. Anyway, here we go. The enemy is going to get first blood by dropping a Searing Doom upon our fragile ship's company, who lose about 25% of their HP, but the handmaidens of the Everqueen, or the Everqueen's Court Guard, Sisters of Avalorn, and begin pincushioning the first enemy unit they can reach. Of course, the Mutilith Vortex Beast is the real target, so as soon as that one's in range, those magical arrows are going to find their mark in a much more expensive unit, and most likely prevent a big boy here from reaching us, as it drops down to 15% of its HP, and a couple more volleys will see the Mutilith brought low. I rarely see the death animation of these guys, so I always take the opportunity to watch it. There we go, very nice. Disappear in the portal. The Sisters of Avalorn will switch to the Herald of Tzeentch, which has been dropping spells upon us. We're going to counteract the charge of the enemy Chosen ones we did with the Depth Guard when we fought the Vampire Coast with the Curse of the Midnight Wind, and counteract some of the other Chosen with a nice Overcast or a non-Thunderbolt through their ranks. We have been trying to pin down the Flamers as best we can with the Sea Helm here, but he did get a little bit distracted by the enemy not Keeper of Secrets, enemy Lord of Change. There we go. Yeah, just slipped my mind. Anyway, I just want to see whether you swing that trident or just eagle moves. Okay, nope, apparently we won't get to see that because the Flamers are done. We're going to back off rather than get killed, because we can have the range units take care of the Golden Griffin of Theurgy here. And it will dodge a few shots, but there's not a lot of enemies remaining on field, and a volley from the Sisters of Avalorn will bring Big Boy down. We still have the Chromatic Abomination, Chromatic Aberrations. These are the Sour Guts. But pretty much that's the only thing left. A Cultist will get a second or third Burning Head moving through our ranks, however, and it will clip 3 units. Not so bad, severely damaging another ship's company, but let's face it, we don't care that much about those ship's companies. Alrighty, and with that, I do believe the last of the enemy units will break the Sour Guts. The only thing that remains on field will melt away, and the Chosen will run. Lovely. Yeah, the Chaos certainly likes to spam Chosen in the relatively early game in vanilla. It's kind of surprising how many we're seeing, both from Nagarythe and now from Tzeentch as well. It's not like we're spamming Swords Masters of Hoeth and Phoenix Guard, but all good. Now, we will try to chase down this cultist, although I don't imagine we can. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, he's gonna escape, yeah. Problem with units on mounts sometimes, especially quick ones, they will sort of just push the enemy forward rather than directly attacking him. Bit of a weird behavior, but all good. Alright, there we go, another nice fight for Salindor, though the enemy continuing to fling spells around all over the place. Certainly did a fair bit of damage to us, especially the 6.3k out of the cultists and their burning head. We've got, let's see... Damage-wise, not a crazy amount on our elite units with the exception of the Everqueen's Guard with their damage out's gold value in particular against high-value targets, but these guys were effectively sitting back and getting, you know, sitting there waiting for Centaurs and chariots and whatnot to charge in, so it makes sense. We will take the money. Again, the healing isn't significant enough for us to worry about, and you cannot encamp. Oh, actually you can encamp, I lied. Lovely. Alright, Barded Athilmar's Steed for the Mage. We'll heal up a little bit, and then we might swap some units. Armandus is ready to go. And then you can then take Armandus' place in Mathlann, where you will use it to recruit the White Lions. Lovely. Alright, that looks pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Valen, you are still trying to head down to that sea lane. Rodar, you are going to... Wait, are you... Wait, did I summon two of these guys? Yes, I did. Alright, so you're going to join this army. We don't need a second one. You do buff Silver Guard and Lothern Sea Guard, just to double check. Ship's Company, Spearmen, Silver Guard, Rangers, Archers, and Lothern Sea Guard. And Shadow Warriors, Shadow Walkers, and interestingly, Silver Helms as well. So we could have one of these guys in a cavalry army, should we desire to. Actually, we could have one of these guys, since they buff Silver Guard as well, help out the... Eagle army as well, couldn't we? There's certainly potential for it. Granted, there won't be that many of them there, but we need replenished troops in pretty much every army, so alright. That means you're going to the Ulthuan fast travel rather than the current one, and we'll just keep an eye out on more nobles of the same type. Dynamo's also really nice for the speed, but at this point I think we need more of these guys to buff up our units. Anyway, building is fine by the looks of it. There's nothing to be done, and I believe that's another end turn, so skip. And, wait, do you need to build anything? I was gonna build the Sky Cutter's perch. I guess we could still do that. And we still want this Silver Guard thing. Alright, so let's build this while we're here. And we're just going to have to wait for more of the dragon ship supplies. We're currently generating 1,000 Elven trade per turn. In theory, we could pay and build another one of those structures that takes Elven trade for dragon ship supplies again. Certainly something to think about. We also got to figure out where we want to place our next colony. I wanted the next colony to be a one of those Elven Ancient colonies that, you know, gives us another colony slot back up, but I'm not entirely sure that we necessarily are close enough to do that. I mean, we could sail all the way up to Gronti Mingle for it, though funnily enough, Gronti Mingle will only be upgradable to tier 3 anyway, so that's kind of iffy. Rite of Awakening performed, technology researched, good. You are going to now land here and protect the Shrine of Cain until your army is ready, or until we can recruit what we need. Let's just build some more ships companies, just have some basic stuff so that you can defend if needed. These guys are going to be really annoying, aren't they? Well, it is what it is. Anyway, Aislinn, you need to go past the Black Forests to recover in the monoliths. You know what? I'm not even going to sack it. We'll leave it for our allies. We just have to get here to rebuild Nagarythe. We have a exotic animal cages here, recruit rank. There's some decent stuff there if we wanted to take the place. What about Nagarythe? This might make a good colony. Control plus 10 for diplomatic relations with the Dark Elves. Income from all buildings. Maybe. I mean, we're already up here. Face off against the Witch King. Take his house, maybe. Alright, and I did want the Phoenix Guard to get Caradrian up. It's, you know, past due, so yeah, fine. Let's go for the Specialist Training Hall. And yeah, there's other stuff I'd like to build, including maybe the movement range. What else would we want? Wait. Oh, you know what we also would want? We want to be able to recruit stuff in order to transfer stuff. Like Lother and Skycutters. Do they take 1 turn or 2 turns to recruit? 2 turns. Okay, so we need to be sitting pretty in order to do that. Which, you know, fair enough. Okay, then we won't do that this turn, but we'll keep an eye on it and do it soon. New build up, we're not going to global recruit either. Well, let's move Armandus then. Alright, so Armandus, you're ready to fight. At least if he is she. Is she? Ish. You're ready to fight Ish, that's the one. And, and grab that Sister of Avalorn unit. And you, ship's companies, will be merged once more. Like so. And we probably have too many Seaguard here, but that's alright at least for now. Oh, you guys can't touch? Come on. Should have gone back to the Slaaneshi campaign. Alright, just need to trade and then you can sail out and start dealing with these jerk faces because Teclis is not going to be able to do so well dealing with them, frankly. A, and B, we can't give him territory elsewhere because he'll sail to random place and screw us over by doing so. Yes, I'm still salty. The tech thieves need to be moved, so tech thieves get to move on. I don't know if you succeeded, but I'm just gonna hope that you did. Valen, you are going through the sea lane now. Interestingly, we didn't have the next quest come up. Said so. Alright, good. Then we will want to... Where are we? Here, Rodar, you are going to the... Who are you again? Honed. Oh, right. You're going to... Ulthuan fast travel. To keep track of who's going where. Like so. Unless I'm mistaken. Wait, cancel. You don't buff white lions, but we will have some Seaguard with this army, and we will still need a noble. These guys are already pretty solid in terms of stats. I guess it does depend on how many of them are in this army, though. You know what? Maybe we'll just put the U in this army instead, then. Southlands. Everybody gets a noble. Alright, and we'll have to keep an eye on another noble for the other type. And we'll put 2 nobles of the same kind in the army that has the sea company piles. And the swords, I guess, as well. I want to take a look at the lore masters here. We have Disciple and Fecund, and not the one that we're looking for. We're looking for the one that debuffs, or buffs rather, our swords masters. Grand Fortress Gate, why not? And I believe that's another quick end turn. Time to revive Nagarythe and maybe even fight Isabel Hornigold here.
Maintain current expectations.
Should steal that name for my Slaanesh run. Defensive alliance with the Daughters of the Forest. I mean, I guess we could. You know what? Fine. I know it's an ancient colony, but they're frankly doing a shockingly good job at dealing with Nagarythe. And oh, they just gave us Vision of the Wood Elves. I wanted some of their units to mix with ours. Let's see if we can't ally with the Sisters of Twilight. They should be happy about what we're about to do to Nagarond as well. Yeah, it's not like we can trust Ulthuan to fight the Dark Elf tide back, and they're supposedly going for an invasion at some point. Just headed off, and whoa. Well, these guys are in trouble. They're gonna lose their capital. They do have a couple of territories down here moving into a Morathi's territory. Funnily enough, the ancient city of Quintex would also be a good colony position. But it's kind of far from where we are. Anyway, you, Witchwood. Non-aggression pact, please. And that's all we can do for now. You're not at war with anybody. We'll take your money, though. Why not? We have a decent nest egg, so we are capable of staying in negative control for now. You, go to the monoliths. Obviously auto-resolve it because they ran away like cowards. And then... reinstate Nagarythe.
Rise and serve once more.
Wow, why the heck was that so loud? Wow. That scared me. Alright, so... what's the like? Okay, they're not at war, so we could move to Shrine of Ladriel and then give that to them immediately as well, since we can't go to Slaver's Point from here. So yeah, Shrine of Ladriel, why not? We'll immediately give that to them. And like so. Alright, I want to fight with these guys, so they better not keep running. Nagarythe. At least they won't be able to be destroyed immediately. Establish outpost. Wait, does reviving a faction immediately give us an out? You gotta be kidding me. We revived them, but we didn't give them an outpost? Oh, that is so stupid. Okay, game, why are you like this? People don't think things through. Alrighty, you know, the Seat of the Sea Lord, I guess. More dedication spam. This is not a coastal settlement anyway. Alright, fine. Seat of the Sea Lord, immediate, well, actually, defenses are more critical. Defenses. Too bad we can't double up on the defensive structures. That would be nice. Alright. And then you can obviously go into encamp. And then hopefully, I mean, they have a stack here. Much as I'd like to hit Blacklight Tower, I guess if they run to Black Creek Spire, then we'll hit Blacklight Tower, so we'll find out what we do next turn. Armandus. Trade real quick with Salandor.
Honor calls.
Take the Everqueen's court guards and give away one Lothern Sea Guard, putting you to 19 out of 20. Then, Mr. I'm not even trying to pronounce that. You're going to join this army.
I will share my experience.
There we go. Alright, that looks pretty solid. The only thing we gotta do is replace one or two of these guys with a couple of Everqueen's court guards. Lovely. And all the stuff in this army is considerably cheaper thanks to that efficient trade. Oh, I forgot about the chest of I didn't take the chest of sustenance. I got distracted by the Diamond Guardian Phoenix. Yeah, fair enough. Lore Master, you will need... Do you need anything? Elusive? You're fine for now. Alrighty, so Salandor, you are going here to get White Lions. You, Armandus, you're going to go fight Tzeentch until they're gone. Frankly, it's maybe something better to be done with a... well, I guess we could start at Volol tracks, even though we're tech thieving there. Actually, speaking of tech thieving, I was just saying it might be better to do this with a... Hero action success chance +4. Better to do this with a... Nothing to get here, eh? Right, wound maybe? With a dragon ship army. I can never finish a thought, you guys gotta be used to it by now. You, tech thief. Come on down to the altar of facades. Actually took longer to travel down here than I had originally been expecting. Faisal, stay here until we see what these guys are doing. Bellicor is still hanging around out there, so yeah, until we're ready. I'm pretty sure we can't global recruit. Actually, just out of curiosity, if we do this... wait, what? That's okay. Sister of Avalorn. Does that prevent Aislinn from moving while he's recruiting?
This brooks action.
No. Huh. I assumed that it would. Well, that's interesting. Then we can use global recruitment and move anyway? Okay. In that light, then... How much would it cost to globally recruit a few Lothern Skycutter? Well, they take 3 turns to build. How much does it cost for Aislinn to build them or near him? Because we could also have... Ooh, a lot cheaper. And we could generate a lord and have them recruit him. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Actually, will that actually save any money? It'll save time, but I'm not sure it'll actually save money because of the supply lines, will it? Yeah, alright. If it won't save money, then there's no point. Alright, so start building some of the bolt thrower variants. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10k for that. Expensive, but worth it to not waste the time. Alrighty. Who's Tafari? Oh, right, the troop ferry. I'm just gonna rename you to troop ferry so I don't forget. Like so, and you, I assume, can go to Southland's fast travel. Is there an army that would immediately kill you? You can't teleport into the waters, so no. Meaning, you're free to deliver these units. Oh, like so. Alright, and then that way that army has some heavy hitters. We could even deliver this to another army if we wanted to. I'll think about it. Maybe even, I mean, we're about to get a new dragon ship up and running as well, aren't we? If we do this, so we could start it with a couple of these guys and then figure out what we do for it. Alright, what else? Okay, assuming that we upgrade a colony, we can increase elven colony availability, construction time reduction, income from sacking, tradable resources and trade tariffs, income from ports, income from all buildings. Versus we could go into this and dragon ship crew growth. This is dragon ship supplies, both of which are quite useful. Does this increase our... this also adds another dragon ship. Casualty or punishment rate for dragon ships. Honestly, Aislinn could probably use that. You know, I'm actually tempted to get this right now. The replenish campaign movement range when exiting a sea lane. We've been... Oh! Recruitment cost reduction. Huh. Would be nice as well. Upkeep for all armies. Hello. You know what? Upkeep for all armies. I didn't even realize this. Or I did, but then I promptly forgot about it. And... Okay, there we go. Minus 800 per turn. Actually, it wasn't as big as I thought it would be, but anyway. Noble, you are not going into Armandus' army, you're going into Salandor's army, so move up there, please.
No.
Like so. And then Valen, you... Why did I come here? Oh, no, you're gonna have to go right back through the Southlands fast travel. Like so. Alright. We do have a decent amount of trade now, which is great, because we can get another one of the dragon ship supplies buildings. Alright, yes, let's upgrade the Asur colony here. Absolutely. And Eagle Gate, I thought I upgraded you. No, I upgraded Phoenix Gate. Wrong gate. And there's no reason to... I guess we could growth. Why? Yeah, okay, go for growth. Expedited colony expansions. I don't think we're generating any money here anyway. The new place, you will need your buildings constructed. And Aislinn, you will need to get the... Ooh, yes. Phoenix Guard. Definitely going to take the time to build those, if not immediately, pretty much immediately. Alright, let's do that. Good. And then the turn and see where the enemy goes. Let's see if Hornigold will stay at Slaver's Point and attempt to defend it, or whether she'll attempt to escape. Also, let's hope that Bellicor doesn't immediately move southward, because we're going to then have to defend against him. Crocky, what you want? Non-aggression pact. 1.3k? Yeah, sure, why not? We can be friends with the lizards. That feels so appropriate, and she's gonna run. Alright, fine, we'll give these guys the Blacklight Tower instead then. It's fine. And then we'll head southward and give them that tier 3. These guys should be recovered fairly quick at this rate. Though they are kind of being annoying in the sense that they're staying away from a proper fight with us, after they came all the way down to annoy us, too. Come on, game. And Johnny Do. Okay, so I don't know where you're going. Auto-resolve. And we will establish outpost for Nagarythe. There you go. Alrighty. And you are a coastal territory now, so we can do this. We can also go for, okay, defenses and this. Oh. Do we care about any of these? So you'll never have 2,000 income, that's for sure. And there's no elven colony here. I mean, I'll probably just do this. This gives us... I'm really tempted to get more of these for the dragon ship supplies, but we need to build these where there are elven colonies, which there aren't here. Maybe we should build an elven colony somewhere here, like Karant Kar. Could have like kind of a presence to protect the protect this area. It's not an ancient elven colony, but it is a potential one. Though I do like Nagarythe better as an option, especially since this doesn't have a landmark.
For the good of
Well, either way, for now we are good as we are. Alright, and then Aislinn, you can build more crew growth rate, which is, I mean, nice, but I'm gonna say get the Elven Sails instead. What about your military? Oh, what does this do again? Wait. This gives us allegiance gained, which is great, but not super useful right now. This loses dragon ship. Oh, this all loses dragon ship supplies. No. We need to gain dragon ship supplies. What are you talking about? Yeah, nothing that costs dragon ship supplies, please. Replenish ammunition is nice. This is dragon ship supply cost reduction, recruitment capacity, and circle of influence size. That's not bad. Certainly something to consider building. Armandus, you're headed south now. You're gonna go hit Volol tracks, and you can travel in March Dance. I don't think we will be too concerned. You can go steal some tech, and then you can steal some tech as well. Oh, 62. I'll watch you die immediately. Success 1, success 2. High Elven Boogaloo. Alright, Specialist. And did you level up of that? You did. Alright, so far this tech thief has been doing suspiciously well. Suspiciously because I usually have horrifically bad luck with them. Salandor. You can go to Zlatland now and get your units started, or your recruitment started. Let us... If we weren't taking up the global recruitment, I'd build some white war lines here, but it's all good. We gotta recruit some of the white lines anyway. Lose the ship's companies. They won't be in your army, they were just here temporarily. Let's do... let's say 4. Is that too many? Because we'll want war line chariots and white lines as well. Can we build War Lion chariots here? No, we can build the... We can build the chariot stuff for the chariot-centric army. Actually, I haven't checked this for a while. Oh, these guys have no patronage? Oh, this is just... Was this just recovered? This is for spearmen. Somebody with the Scions of Mathlann, most likely. You do the Sisters of Avalorn and regular archers, which is fine. It's just that we're not using them in giant piles right now. This is the Illyrian Reaver and Silverhelm one, which we will do, and then this is the Chariot one, which we will build, but don't have the army up and running as yet. Which one is this one? Mastery of Elemental Winds for mages and spell resistance for swords masters. Alright, we know which one that army is gonna be. Alright, Troop Ferry. If we give Armandus 2 Moon Dragons, we'd have to take out more stuff. Maybe just keep the Everqueen's Court Guards here as the lone archer unit? Because we already have, you know, Sea Guard, so we could do this and this. Keep it to 4 Sea Guard. Maybe this is not so bad. Just so that you can have a couple of dragons, because we're not having you ride a Star Dragon, I think. Oh, actually, what do you want to dedicate to? We have Silverin Guard, Shadow Warriors, Lothern Sea Guard. Isha buffs. Okay, none of those. Adayath's dragons. If we pop a couple of dragons in here. Maybe this army doesn't have space for the dragons and we can put them elsewhere. Are you going to be dedicated to Mathlann again? There's only... Well, like this, there's 5 Sea Guard. This also gives us melee defense, and... Actually, it doesn't buff them, does it? Isha is a nice generic one, because it gives you casualty or punishment rate. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on those and save the points, because we still need Regent of the Kingdom through to Glittering Host, which is important. And just out of curiosity... Okay, it does work on Shadow Warriors and Sisters as well. So that's fine. And it wouldn't work on dragons. Alright, fair enough. And, okay, we got your noble with the honed trait, so these guys should be nicely statted up. You, my friend, are not going to... Spell resistance for the entire army, character experience gain for Lord. We probably don't need this since we won't have swords masters in this army. Did I get... Oh, metal shifting, life leeching, and earthing. Alright, we'll get that later. Anyway, Valen, you have arrived. You're going to join the Lore Masters. Rodar, you are as well. Or Lore Masters of the White Lions. I don't know why I said Lore Masters. Troop Ferry. I guess then... You're gonna go to a new dragon ship, aren't you? Ooh, go pick up this mysterious island while you're here. Free stuff, right? Oh, wow. That's concerning. Aggression? You know what? You don't need to fight, so let's just get Farsight. Free Worm, Wyvern, Bone, Bow, and Trinca maps, and keep moving this way. You don't need that. Alright, and I guess we're ready to end the turn. I'm still hopeful that we can get a fight going with the Jerkface, Vampire Coast. They gotta stop running at some point, right? Alright, pick a tech. Martial Law gives us upkeep reduction, not much, but that and Control is just too good to say no to. And, ooh, we have the Shrine of Asurian buffed, well, unlocked now. Cartridge ammunition, this is also really nice. Devastating Flanker for Thilmar Chariots and Chariots... Lion Chariots. I was like, wait, what? I don't know that unit, but I missed the line because it was in another part. Yeah, we'll go for Enchanted Projectiles after we're done with the bonus range here. Alright, and is there anything here that we would really want? Just to check it again. You know what? I'm gonna say we should actually stop by and get the global recruitment reduction since we're starting to use it. We may even want to spend a few points to buff up our companies now. Oh! Dragon Ship Supply Construction Cost Reduction. You know what? I'm actually going to say maybe we do that first. 2,000 trade is a lot, admittedly. But these things are harder to come by, as in the dragon ship supplies, than anything else right now, so we'll do that.
New paradigms for
and then we'll go for the other stuff after. Alright, now we can end the turn. After all that. And I guess as soon as the turn ends, we pick another tech. Alrighty, Nagarythe, we're just gonna keep restoring you. All the way up to Nagarond itself. And I guess we will leave the Silver and Talon to deal with Bellicor as soon as, you know, the army is ready to go. Payments, military access. Do we want this? How do you feel about these guys? You know what? I'm going to say no for now. They don't seem to be too friendly with the Wood Elves or the Kislevites there, and while we don't care for Kislevite units, I'm not sure we'd care for any Tomb King units either, so... Tis what it is. Alright, would you guys... Okay, what is this? The Drowned declares war on Nagarythe. Your recent occupation and transfer of a settlement belonging to the Drowned to Nagarythe has resulted in a declaration of war upon the Asur. It should come as no surprise that your enemy has decided to pursue war in an attempt to recover their stolen territory. You surely now bear some responsibility to protect the territory, else this all be for naught. See, it's not very High Elven, because they say stolen territory, as if the High Elves would think that they're stealing territory. No way, absolutely no way. These guys are coming down to the Twisted Glade now. And, oh, Hilariel's going up here. Karant Kar is worsely leveled than the Twisted Glade. I doubt that these guys can take it, but it is a possibility. Decently increased, I would say, likelihood that they can take this territory. We can't be in both, is what I'm getting at. And we can't reach the Black Forests. We could probably go quickly 1, 2, 3. I guess we'll do that, and we'll just try to get the fight with you going, possibly. Alrighty, auto resolve, and establish outpost Nagarythe. And we're not sacking them much as we'd like the money, because I would like them to... Oh, wait, are you able to... just short, alright. Go into encamp. I wonder if they'd go past us to try to hit Slaver's Point. They might. But they might also retreat to Karant Kar, we shall see. Amateur discovered, Hawk ship something. Invocation of Asurian is up and running, which we should pop off immediately for the construction costs and influence increase. Like so. I wish that our rights could help decorruptify these guys anyway. You're a coastal territory, so we're going for you, and then we're going for defenses, and then we're going for the Market Envoys Guild Hall. I don't know. Here. Upgrade, and I guess keep going. Alright. These things, wait. Yeah, they do generate influence and a decent amount of trade. Alright, so our next colony, definitely build another dragon ship supply thing. Actually, speaking of, you... lose campaign line of sight to get more campaign movement range after winning a battle versus base campaign movement range plus 30 as compared to 25. Okay, so this is just better as soon as we unlock it, meaning we shouldn't go down the other line. We do still want more growth rate. A recruit rank plus 3 for all units. Unit experience per turn for all units and dragon ship is fine, but our unit experience here is pretty great anyway, so it's not the biggest of concerns, I will say. Military structures 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, what are we missing? We don't have the dragon one, but we don't have the population for it. Oh, we got most of the stuff we need. I'm not losing dragon ships. Oh, upkeep reduction and recruitment cost reduction. It's not bad if we recruit things in our own reload time reduction. Ooh. Alright, admittedly, that is nice. Is it worth the dragon ship supplies cost right now? I don't think so, in the sense that we can probably forgo it, but get it up later. Slaneshi giggle. Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna wait. I think we'll just go for the physician's cabin for the additional growth rate. Alright, Armandus, are you ready to fight, sir? Alright, first of all, Tech Thief, go to Skullcarver's abode. And then other Tech Thief, you can continue annoying the Ultra Facades and try not to fail. One failed, one succeeded. It's about as I expected since you're a higher level. Block army, please. We could actually have you go into decorruptification as well. Now, what do we have in terms of defenses at Volol tracks?
For order.
Nothing. Oh, come on. Alright, fair enough. This is going to the Order of Lore Masters, establish outpost. Since they so want to be in the Southern Chaos Wastes, who are we not to oblige? This is a coastal settlement, so Trade Warden's Pavilion. You can go into encamp. And I guess start moving this way, since these guys have captured the Lost Palace. They will never take Fate Weaver's Crevasse, so we're gonna have to do it for them. You know what? Is it safe to go to Ulthuan then? I figure maybe we'll generate the next dragon ship up here once these armies are completed. I may even temporarily give these units to a Phaser or something. Or maybe even use them as a garrison. Although, wait, how's that recruitment going? One more turn, alright. Let's see. Anyway, you cannot reach anything. We did the building here. In fact, I think we did all the building. New tech, though. Income from post-battle loot, all characters. That's nice, and the Elven colony availability is nice as well. A Lothern Seaguard upgrade. We've got the ships companies upgrade and Lothern Seaguard units. Oh, okay, this one's worth it because it's both Seaguard and... Yeah, it's basically a swap of armor-piercing damage per rank, but it's good. We do have to be careful about overusing our Elven trade now since it is dropping significantly. On the bright side, oh wow, look at that. Maybe they will bring down Galleon's Graveyard, though it is a tier 5. As to the likelihood that remains to be seen. Anyway, you will not want this. You will want ship's crew growth because it's more critical. Although, maybe we upgrade you to tier 3 first, so let's forego that for now. You join this army, and you join this army as well. And then how's that construction? Alright, so you got these guys. We will have you globally recruit... Alright, let's do two war lines. Oh, you're out of space. Alright, get rid of these guys. Like so. And do we want the Eagle Claws in this army? Maybe. You can only be dedicated to Mathlann, so we... Wait, is there... A moment, 1 second. Armandus, I just want to take a look here. What's the buff for the White Lions? Ruinous is Vanguard deployment for that Lord and a little bit of leadership and upkeep reduction, which is decent, but it's nothing crazy. So I think you're fine as you are. To mix Mathlann and Ruinous. Oh, and we need one more White Line here. And you will want a second war line. Maybe we'll do 3, and then we'll do a couple of chariots with them. Something along those lines. Something along those lions. Anyway, do you want artillery? You know what, we can get a couple bolters for now. I don't know whether we'll keep them. Actually, if we want to stay mobile, maybe the better way to do it is to use the Skycutters as the artillery in this force, eh? Probably. Alright, stay where you are. Alrighty, anyway, I think, folks, unfortunately, we are... Oh, you know what? You can use the 2 dragons temporarily until we can get you some Skycutters delivered. I think that's the better way to do it. Yeah, I like that. Anyway, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to find a battle this particular... Or another battle after the 2 battles that we had this particular episode, so I think I'm just going to call it here. Isabel's probably going to run immediately to Car, which I bet we won't be able to reach next turn, or maybe we will, but either way, we need to make sure that Black Creek Spire doesn't get taken by Alariel, since these guys are being opportunistic. Anyway, next time we continue to revive Nagarythe, which is looking like it's going pretty quick, and then head to Nagarythe while we get our Eagle army up and running. It's very much on the way and should be able to fend for itself pretty much in a turn or 2, and then we'll send it off to do Eagle army things as it does. Maybe recruit some more stuff from Aislinn and then get more armies up and running. Anyway, stay tuned for more Aislinn, and don't forget to leave those likes and comments below. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.